Hello everyone, welcome to today's unboxing. We are at runway 10 at St. Martin Princess Juliana Airport today, but we will be today unboxing the Dragon Wings 1/400 scale Air Canada Tango A320-11. So you may be asking why on earth did I decide to get this model of that plane right there, Air Canada Tango A320. And that's because I don't have an Air Canada Rouge model, and it's pretty hard to find Air Canada Rouge models. It's really the only one you can is an A321 by NG, and that's pretty rare, and it goes for a lot. So I figured I could get this cheap for, well, the original price was $10 on Waffle Collectibles. I was going to get it for that price if Waffle had waited a week, but instead decided to put it on eBay, where the starting bid was $15, so I got it for that price. Because no one wants this plane, so got it for $15. You know, not bad, but I could have gotten it for cheaper, and I would have bought it alongside another model, but yeah, that didn't happen. So I do plan on getting the other model in relatively soon. That one's still on the website, so I can you know, purchase it for hopefully cheaper on the website. I think I can get it a little bit cheaper on website than on eBay. Maybe, I mean, the eBay bids, they work if it's like, you know, if it's an eBay bid and you can win the bid, which is cheaper than on the website, the list price on the website, then it's worth it. But in cases like this, when the starting bid is higher than what the price is on the website, it's just, I paid $15 for a model that I could have gotten for 10, like, a few days before, but whatever. It's here now, and just spent a little bit extra. I could have gone to another model, but that's okay. We'll get it out of the box here. It's just standard Dragon Wings box. I've gone over plenty of Dragon Wings boxes before, so, you know, they're a little bit obscure. I'm trying to open this one-handed. But here is all the stuff that you get. So you get the little instructions on how to install the gear and stuff. Here's the stand inside this thing, which I'm not going to open because I struggled on the Air Baltic one that you saw in the last unboxing. So even though this is probably going to be easier since it's Dragon Wings box and not a Herpa box, I'm not going to do it. Also, I've opened plenty of these on other Dragon Wings unboxings, so you don't really need to see it. So we'll get the model out of the cradle here. The cradle has yellowed a little bit, as you might be able to see, but that's not too big of a surprise and not too big of a deal. So we'll get this out of there. The little plastic thing on the nose. Also in here we have, like, I've never actually opened one of these to see what's inside, but I'm assuming it's like parts for the landing gear or something. I'm not sure what's in there. I've never opened one, so maybe by the end of the episode I'll open one of these just for the heck of it. But I'm not going to do that right now. We're just going to get into the review of the model right here, the Air Canada Tango A320. It's the best lighting here. I mean, something like that. So we'll get her zoomed on in here. So we will begin. I don't have any pointer thing with me. I could use like a model here. You could use this as a pointer. You got the cockpit windows up here, indicated by the BWI West Indies 737-800. We have the L1 boarding door and the nose gear down there, which of course with the Dragon Wings models is detachable. We have the Air Canada titles up here, the little Air Canada logo, but of course the Tango billboard titles take up majority of the front fuselage here. I will go into more what Air Canada Tango is at the end of the review of the model here, because it is kind of an obscure airline. We have the overwing exits and exit paths. And then the engine doesn't have any logo on it, it's just completely blank. And the winglet, which is nice and purple, but no logos on it, but nice shade of purple right there. Moving further towards the back, we have the www.flytango.com titles up here. Registration, Charlie, Foxtrot, Mike, Echo, Quebec. And then the tail here, which is like the Air Canada logo, but just bigger and in purple on the tail. So looking really nice right there. So here's the bottom. We got the landing gears and the stand hole. Landing gear do not roll, and that is also an issue right there. I was zoomed in too much so you couldn't see it. But this is kind of the thing that I don't really like about the Dragon Wings. I mean, it is an interesting gimmick that you have removable, detachable landing gear, but like they're so easy to pop off, especially on the narrow bodies, that it's just infuriating. Because if you even if you just set it down wrong, then you'll have a missing main gear here. So I'm gonna try to put this back in, but I'll just do it off camera. So yeah, that is the issue that I have with these detachable landing gears. They're really small, so it's difficult to put them back in. Like I'm struggling with putting them back in right now because they're really tiny things. Okay, well I think that's fixed, so I'm not going to mess with it anymore, and hopefully that won't happen. So, anyways, Air Canada Tango, as you might be able to tell by me getting this in kind of an interim model until I can get an Air Canada Rouge aircraft. This will be what I use for Air Canada Rouge. Air Canada Tango was like the first version of Air Canada Rouge. You can hear my heater going on in the background, which is annoying. Keeps on happening. It's that time of year again. But yeah, so Air Canada Tango was Air Canada's airline inside of airline, their low-cost version, low-frills airline. So they operated from 2001 to 2004, kind of to boost Air Canada because of the travel downturn after 9/11. Air Canada was struggling, so they invented this, and it wasn't a really big airline. It really only served like the big cities in Canada, you know, Toronto, Montreal, Calgary, I guess maybe Edmonton, maybe Vancouver, cities like that. Mostly on the east side, east coast, I think. So, and it also operated like holiday destinations. So, the locations in the U.S. like Fort Lauderdale, Tampa, Seattle. I'm doing these off the Wikipedia, and there's another city. I think it was Cancun. So, I mean, I do want to do a Tampa airport in the future, maybe. I'm considering doing a Tampa airport in the future, so I guess I could use this if I were to do like a retro TPA update. But that's thinking way too long in the future. For right now, this is going to be used at like RSW, and maybe St. Martin. I don't know if they receive too many Air Canada Rouge services. They get both Air Canada Rouge and mainline Air Canada. So we'll see if I use it here at St. Martin, but definitely at RSW. Probably not my fictional airport either. So it will be used though. So and of course it will be replaced by the time I get an Air Canada Rouge proper model, whether that be an A319, A320, or A321. I'm open to any of them, whichever gets released first. Yeah, then this will be relegated back to my useless model shelf. Well, not really useless, but you know, if you watch my collection video, this would be the shelf with the South African A350, and you know, the South African's kind of dead. That shelf. So not the shelf that you want to be, but not the shelf that you want to be on, but you know, that's probably where this is destined to, but I don't really know where to put this for now, because I might go on that shelf anyways, just because I'm not going to put it with the rest of my Air Canada, since Air Canada Tango no longer exists. So it's probably just going to go on that shelf anyways. I haven't really figured that out yet, but yeah, this is the model right here. That's about the history with it, so don't anticipate me using this too much as Air Canada Tango. It's probably going to be used more for Air Canada jets if we get well, there go with the landing gear again. If any of my airports get a charter Air Canada jets, I will bring this in. I guess a regular Air Canada A320, although I don't anticipate that happening anytime soon. That'll be this model. So yeah, with the broken landing gear, I'm just going to leave it at that. And I did say I wanted to open up this thing, so we might as well just do that. Let's zoom it out a little bit here. I'll move the box out of the way. Still in frame, but whatever. I don't even know how to open this. I've never seen what's inside. I've never looked at inside of them. So I want to see what's inside, but I don't know how to open this either. You might need scissors, which I'll have to go get. I'm gonna go get a scissors. I'll be right back. Okay, scissors acquired. They're really stuck for some reason. These might be going into the trash afterwards, but we're gonna be very careful at cutting this open. I don't want to cut whatever's inside. It looks like it's just wound up in a bunch of tape, so that did nothing. Seriously, Dragon Wings, why did you do this in this weird packaging? I'm trying to like make an incision here so I can you know, tear it, but it's not really working. So I'm gonna come back when I somehow manage to get this thing open. Okay, got into it. Yeah, it really just is a bunch of round up rolls of tape, and that's all that's inside. I don't even know what that is. What? What is this? I did all that for this? What is this? It might say in the instruction manual. Let's see here. Oh, that's to put in the nose gear spot. I did all that to just... And I'm not even going to remove the nose gear on this. I would do that to demonstrate this, but the nose gear is just too risky to remove, in my opinion, on these Dragon Wings models. I have done it before, but especially the narrow body, it just doesn't... It scares me to do that because I feel like I'm going to rip it off and break it. So I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is put the main gear back on. I don't know how many times this is going to happen. I have the same issues with my Southwest 737-700. Yeah, that'll do it for this unboxing. Thank you all for checking it out. I hope it was somewhat entertaining, and maybe you learned something about the airline that it existed in the first place. Like I did. I didn't know this existed before I saw the listing on Waffle Collectibles. Yeah, that'll do it for this unboxing video. Thank you all for checking it out, and I will see you tomorrow. As always, good night. Auf Wiedersehen.